Hi, this is James again, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit me on the Cash App. Hit me on the Cash App so I can get acrylic paint, masking tape, and paint brushes. It's just that simple. Okay, today's story is called A New Horizon. Yeah, back in the day, I had many cars, a lot of cars. And some of them were special to me, like my Buick Electra and my Chevy Nova. I was driving a 69 Chevy Nova, and I drove that car for several years, a long time, till finally it conked out. And that's when I got a 1981 Plymouth Horizon. Yes, yes, yeah. It was a front wheel drive. Uh, had a 2.2 liter engine, and it was four door, and it was maroon and tan or something like that. Yeah, but this car tried to kill me. It started when I first got the car. I went to the lot and got it. It drove beautiful, and the air in there was bumping. When I turned that air on, it will freeze you to death in there in the car. And the heat will run you out of there. So this car was good. And I drove this car around for a while until it started trying to kill me. Number one, the first time I was driving, just driving home, no problem, getting ready to go to work. And it was kind of late at night. So I headed out to go to work, and the timing belt broke. Okay. And I was in sub-zero temperatures out there. So now the heat won't work because the car won't start. The heat wouldn't work. So I've stayed out there for a couple of hours until a state trooper came up on me and helped me out. I told this story a while ago about that day. But that's the first time, that's when everything started. So after that, I got the timing belt replaced and everything. And I started driving again as normal. Nothing really didn't happen until it struck again. I was driving home one day from work, and I was on a Dan Ryan. Okay. So I was coming on down, and then it was a black ice. Black ice. So I saw it, so I took my foot off the accelerator and let it coast, you know. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to only push the accelerator to keep it running, to keep it moving forward. But don't press on the accelerator because then you'll skid out. So I was driving. And then I was coming on a hill like this. It was like an overpass, a bridge. So I was coming up, driving up. And when I crest the top of the hill, guess what I saw? I saw a country squire wagon Y'all know what a country squire wagon is. It's those wagons with the wood on the side of it. Look like wood grain. I don't know what it was, but it's on the side of it. And all I saw was knuckles. Knuckles. And a big fur hat. So I was in trouble. So I was behind them and I couldn't get over to this side because there was a car over there. And this side you'll fall over the bridge if you go over. So I was cruising and then I started coming closer to him. And then guess what? He hit his brakes all of a sudden. His brake lights came on, which made me tap my brakes. Then all of a sudden I started sliding. So I took my foot off the brake, but I still kept sliding. And then I slid into the back of his car, which caused my car to start going around in circles. And his car was going around in circles. So it was going around in circles. I hit the railing. Thank God, the railing that goes over to where the water was down there. It hit that, and then it went back the other way. And it really started spinning then. And I ended up upside down in a ditch. Yeah, upside down in the ditch. So I crawled out this car, crawled out, and was standing under the car. Stood on it because snow was deep, was real deep in there. So my tires were still spinning too when I climbed out. And then I saw a Cadillac come. And it, boom, and it flipped over. And then another car came. Boom, it flipped over. So apparently that overpass was straight black ice. So immediately a tow truck showed up. He talking about, man, I'm gonna have to charge you about $300-400 for that to pull that out of there because it was upside down. I said, man, why you want to charge me that much, man? I said, man, look, I don't got that much. I can pay you something, but I can't pay you $400, He said, well, you just messed up then. And then all of a sudden, a police came up. And the police told him, he said, what are you doing down here? He talking about, well, he called me. I said, I didn't call him. So he was in trouble. And he said, look, get this man out of there and go. So he had to take me out of there for free because only state tow trucks are supposed to be on the damn ride unless somebody calls them to pick him up. Okay. So he was down there trying to, make him some extra money, So he said, well, it ain't going to start anyway because it's upside down. But they say when it's get upside down, everything drains out of the fuel and stuff like that. But he pulled me out and the car flipped back over, bloom. And he said, shoot, it ain't going to start anyway. And he unhooked everything and then he left. So I jumped in there, started right on up, and I drove on off. But my mirror was broke on the side and the top was smashed down. So I just pushed it back up. So I got home. I thought everything was good. Okay. Matter of fact, after that, I had really detailed the car. It was shining like a brand new dime, And I had these big wide slicks on the back, big wide tires. I had slicks on it. So it looked all right and had leaf spring helpers. These lift you up higher. So I was up high on that little joker, boy. I was cruising, boy. Then I was going to work again. This time, this was the nail in the coffin. This is 3 times is a charm, okay? The third time, I was driving again, and I was listening to talking about a house. Do music, set me free. Do. Give me that house. Music is where I wanna be. That was listen to that. Rock your body, rock your body, rock. You know, y'all know that song. So I'm driving, and then it started misty raining, raining a little bit. Then it was a curve, on the expressway, a curve going around. So I'm curving around, going around the curve, and right when my field of vision saw the front again, there was a car stopped in the middle of the expressway. Matter of fact, it was several cars. So I said, "Skirt!" So I was going kind of fast. I used to go real fast. So I stepped on the brake. Skirt! And I slid over. I tried to get over in the other lane, but then there was another car there. And I smacked right into the back of it. And broke the gear shift off with my leg, with my thigh, and everything. When I sat up, I couldn't see out the front of the car because the hood was crumpled up like this, like a teepee. And I couldn't open the doors. They were crumpled. So then rescue came. The ambulance and the fire trucks and stuff. And they said, "Bring the jaws of life. Bring the jaws of life." I said, "Man, don't bring no jaws of life, man." And they pulled on the door, and then finally it popped open. And I came out, and it was bad. It was really bad. So after that, my car was totaled. It was totaled. But luckily I had insurance on it. So it was totaled. And then they took me to the hospital. My thigh was bruised and stuff, and it wasn't nothing broken, thank God. So when I got out, I tried to find my car. They took it way out to some place where they tow cars and stuff. So the next day, I couldn't get to work either. I couldn't get to work. So the next day, we rode over there my uncle took me over to him, and it was total. But that joker started up though. It started. So I just pushed the hood down as far as I could. It was still up like this. And I just trailed my uncle home. My uncle told me if he cuts off on me, he'll push me with his car. But it made it home. So after that, it was downhill. Because then I noticed at work, when I got to work, that's when the box fell on my back and injured me. So I couldn't drive. And I couldn't do any repairs on it. I wanted to put another front end on it, but then I did go buy a front end, another front end and stuff like that, and put it on there eventually. But when I hurt my back, I was down for a couple of months. I couldn't walk for a couple of months. So, man, that car really took me down through there. That was the only car that I had that much trouble out of. Yeah. I think after that, I don't even know what I got after that. But I've had a lot. Maybe I had that Delta 88, a Delta 88. So that it was cool, but it's terrible. If you got a car that keep causing problems, They're constantly trying to kill you. Trust me, don't keep it. Get you another one. You know, get another one because man, that car just it was one thing after another. But people say, "Oh, it's your fault. It's your fault." Man, it was the car's fault. Shoot. All right, y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video, which is every day. And share, share, share. Share my videos with everyone so everyone else can get this experience. All right? Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair down. Uh-oh.
Oh my god.